Evening. Army in the gold, Siena in the dark green. Peterson tips the tip-off back to Army, and the Black Knights have the opening possession of the ball game. They'll go from left to right. Caldwell over to the right side. Rucker looking for Peterson down low, and the pass tipped out of bounds. It will remain Army West Point basketball with 20 on the shot clock. Rucker getting it into Caldwell, handoff to Rucker, lost the dribble, but able to get it back. Small, over to the Peterson right elbow. Peterson back over to Small, late on the shot clock. Driving left on Rogers, good denial at the free throw line, try to make a pass out, try tipping it to Rucker, but that'll be an over and back violation. An excellent defense from Siena to start forcing an Army turnover. Before we continue, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Army Sports Network. Justin Rock back with you here, about 40 seconds in. Nick Hopkins over to the near corner. Putting it on the deck right is Gaines. Finding Platek, driving left, some contact off glass and in. Andrew Platek, the North Carolina transfer, with the first points of the ball game. And the Saints are on the scoreboard first, 2-0. Caldwell driving left all the way to the rack on Gaines and lays it in. Josh Caldwell did not score very much on Saturday against Marist, but has the first points of the day for Army as Gaines can't hit the left wing three. And Army touched it last out of bounds. It'll stay with the Saints. Army in the gold alternates today. Army across the chest in black. Black numerals front and back. Black and gold trim along the side of those Nike uniforms. Rogers over to the right side. Gaines looking for Stormo in the post. Back to the basket against Peterson. Trying to spin right, cuts back left, too strong. And Peterson with the rebound for Army, outlet ahead to Rucker. Rucker through the teeth of the defense, lost it, and saved by Stormo along the end line. Now the Saints in transition back the other direction. Platek, Hopkins, good feed, extra pass down low to Stormo. Wide open for a righty lay-in. Good ball movement for Siena, and they have a 4-2 edge. Almost 2 minutes gone by. Duhart left in the lane against Platek, spinning, right-handed Tut shot, will not go. And the rebound for Siena. Another one-and-done possession for the Black Knights. Gaines, around a Peterson screen. Hopkins, jump pass far side. Rogers, quick trigger three, got it. Rucker was right in his grill, and Colby Rogers knocked it down, shooting over 43% from beyond the arc this year. And Siena a 7-2 lead, 17:45 on the clock. Rucker going right over to Duhart. Duhart around the perimeter against Platek, finds TJ Small. Peterson, left elbow, driving left on Stormo, and he is fouled on the shot attempt. Or will they call it on the floor? It does look like it is a call on the floor, so Army will inbound, no free throws. TJ Small to the bench. Chris Mann in the game for the first time. Army without one of their better wing defenders in Jared Cross. Here this evening, knocked down some big threes as well in the second half on Saturday. Caldwell fadeaway around the rim and through. Caldwell been held to under double figures the last two games. As the first four for Army today, they lead by 3. Platek drives baseline, left it behind for Stormo. Misses. Platek offensive rebound and off glass through. Andrew Platek second field goal. And Siena scoring at will early. They've got a 9-4 edge. Rucker over to the near side, Duhart for three, in and out. And Gaines the rebound for Siena. Army not doing much on the offensive glass here to start. Hopkins, right side Rogers, trying to find Stormo down low, but a push-off against Peterson, trying to create space, going for that high arcing feed down low. And Stormo called for the offensive foul. Isaiah Caldwell in for the first time today as Aaron Duhart sits. Stormo will go to the bench with his one foul. Coming in for the first time, the Iowa transfer, Michael Baird. Caldwell getting over to the right elbow. Peterson. 9-4 Siena, 16:30 to go in the first half. Peterson double teamed left post, dribbles once. Righty floater, no. And last touch by Isaiah Caldwell. It'll go back to Siena. Peterson was shooting 75% from the floor through the first 4 games of the season for Army. The last 2 contests hasn't been quite as efficient shooting the basketball. And Siena will get it back off the turnover for Army. Hopkins over to the right side. Bear, play tech around a screen in the lane. Bounce pass underneath to Bear. And a foul called as the scoop reverse layup hit the bottom of the backboard. So the foul will go against Army. And Siena will get the first 2 free throws of the ball game. So it is Michael Bear to the line. First foul charged on Matt Dove, coming off a career game on Saturday. And Bear, out of Bettendorf, Iowa, knocks down the first. Bear was a walk-on with the Hawkeyes, was the team manager as a freshman. His older brother, Nicholas, graduated from Iowa in 2019, was the Big Ten Sixth Man of the Year. And now after a few seasons with the Hawkeyes, going to his old head coach's stomping grounds, Van McCaffrey, longtime head coach at Siena, as Army called for a charge. A foul on Caldwell as Playtech had himself set up just outside of that semicircle. And Caldwell picks up the charge. And Army with the turnover. Siena gets it back. First on Caldwell. Team second. And take a look back, and there you see it. Great job by Playtech. Court awareness to stay out of that restricted area. 10-4 Siena. 15:45 to go in the half. Gaines. Far side, bounce pass down low, Bear. Dove on him, fakes baseline, going online and at home. No car is required. Duhart, the Caldwells, man and Dove, the 5 for Army out of the whistle. Caldwell crossing over left, guarded by Gaines. Going left to the basket, shot no. Dove the offensive rebound, up and in. Matt Dove had a career-high 8 points on Saturday, makes his first field goal today. Black Knights back within 4. About 5 minutes into the ball game. Rogers. Playtech, left wing, did not play the first 3 games of the season. Had to get a couple of waivers from the NCAA to be deemed eligible. We'll talk a little bit about that later on. McCullum, the freshman, in for the first time, way off to the right. And Dove, did he touch it last, or was it off of Siena? And they're going to call it off of Dove. Remains St. basketball with 4 to shoot. Thought there might have been a chance. Dove got it off the foot of the Siena player nearest to him. But not the ruling from our officials on the floor. By the way, our officials today, Guy Regano, Sean Campbell, and Edward Corbett. Going left, Bear in the lane, forces up his shot with the clock expiring. Can't get it to drop. Duhart, crossover on McCullum, unabated to the rim, lays it up with the right. Aaron Duhart has only scored 2 points combined in the last 2 games. As his first bucket of the day today. Army within a deuce, 10-8. McCullum, Gaines, Bear, Rogers, and Playtech the 5 for Siena. Pass from McCullum, tipped and stolen. Caldwell ahead to man. Extra feed to Josh Caldwell. 4th in the Patriot League in assists. So Siena 3 timeouts remaining as Hopkins back in the ball game for the Saints. Hopkins, screen left from Bear, doesn't use it. Rogers, nice ball fake to get Small away from him. But can't hit the right wing 3 ball. Army a chance to take the lead, man. Left wing up top, Isaiah Caldwell. Far corner, TJ Small, making his first career start today. Duhart, atop the arc, bounce pass to Dove. Dove, over to Duhart, goes left baseline, crossover right, 10 to shoot. Trying to get it to Dove down low, but Bear smacks it out of bounds, stays with Army, 9 to shoot. Charlie Peterson, Jalen Rucker, back in the ball game. Matt Dove will sit down. Isaiah Caldwell also to the bench. Chris Mann replaced by Quabena Davis. Talked a little bit about him on the pregame show with Coach. Did not play that game against LaSalle last weekend. Came into the game late first half against Marist on Saturday and proceeded to knock down a left wing 3 for his first shot. His first made field goal of the season. Peterson Left side of the floor, 4 to shoot. Right-handed hook shot over Bear goes through. And Army West Point on an 8-0 run. They're taking the lead 12-10. Playtech. Right side wing gets it to Bear. Each side of the floor. Got it to Jared Billups in for the first time today, the freshman. A lot of great stories on this Siena team. Billups is another one of them as that pass from Gaines tried to get it to Hopkins. Small couldn't handle it, but while he was coming down, able to throw it off of Hopkins' lower body. And out of bounds, Army will get it back. Excellent heads-up play by the freshman out of Kenner, Louisiana. We're talking a lot with Jimmy Allen these last few days as Jace Johnson comes in for the first time. Anthony Gaines, the Northwestern transfer, to the bench. And you see Small there. Left hand, right hand in the air, and a two-handed toss off the thigh of Hopkins. A lot of really encouraging development among the freshman and sophomore classes for Jimmy Allen. Rucker, right elbow, able to maintain his composure midair with the defender closing out. Maybe a double clutch thrown in there as well and got it to go. First points of the day for Jalen, who had 24 on Saturday. 4-point Army lead. 12.5 to go here in the first. Hopkins. Round a screen from Bear. Good denial along the perimeter. Going left inside the paint. Forcing up his shot is Aiden Carpenter. First game back after missing the last 3. Well, the shot no good and out of bounds. Last touch by Bear. It'll be Army basketball. Carpenter missed the first of the last 3 games. First 2 of the last 3 with a groin injury. Groin was healed before their overtime loss against Bucknell on Saturday, actually Sunday it was. But he was out of that game with an illness. Both the groin injury and the illness have subsided, and he's back in the rotation as Rucker down the right side of the lane, and a high floating shot off the top of the backboard and through. Jalen Rucker off to a roaring start off the bench. Army now on a 12-0 run. Have a 6-point lead, 16-10. Under 12 minutes to go in the quarter. Carpenter, right wing, pass tipped by Duhart and taken by Army and TJ Small. Another deflected pass by the Army defense. Duhart, entry pass to Peterson, right post. Bear, good job denying, spinning right Charlie, right-handed hooker, off the glass and through. Charlie Peterson missed his first shot. He's made his last 2. And Army now on a 14-0 run over the last 5 minutes. Siena hasn't had a made field goal in almost 6. Carpenter, screen left from Bear. Guarded by Peterson. Back up top, Hopkins. Hopkins pulls up 3 over Small. Got it! What a way to end the run for Siena. Nick Hopkins shooting over 40% from 3. He knocks down his first triple. And the Army lead down to 5. And a reach-in foul called on Siena. NCAA was finally cleared right around October, the end of October, as Chris Mann out of the timeout drives left down the lane and is fouled on the layup attempt. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. With 10:40 to go in the half, as the foul will go on the aforementioned Playtech, his first, and the team's 4th. So Chris Mann to the free throw line, where he's 4 of 4 this season. The sophomore from Phillipsburg, New Jersey. Knocks down the first, was 2 of 2 from the line on Saturday, but Playtech was reported that he was in the transfer portal not until August 26th. As that free throw no good, Josh Caldwell able to get the offensive rebound. Another look for Army, ahead by 6, 10:30 to go in the half. Man off the feed from Dove, far corner, too strong, and Playtech the rebound. It was reported that he was in the portal on August 26th. The Times-Union in Albany reported he enrolled at Albany on September the 3rd, or rather Siena. That's a cardinal sin for the Siena fans calling them Albany, although they play in Albany, as the drive left from Carpenter off the leg out of bounds. It'll go back to West Point. Isaiah Caldwell back in for the Black Knights. Johnson to the bench for Siena, and Gaines re-enters. Well, the Times-Union reported he was enrolled on September 13th, got a waiver to practice on October 25th, and then didn't get his second waiver to play in games for Siena until November the 16th, after the season had already started for a week. Caldwell driving right on Gaines, shot blocked, and then the ball came down and hit Caldwell out of bounds. And so Siena will get it back. Just bad luck there from Army. And Jimmy Allen having a conversation with one of the officials right now. He seems perplexed and looking for an explanation, or at least asking for the official to get some help, but won't come. So Siena gets it back, trailing by 6. Halfway through the first half, Billups, Carpenter along with Stormo, Playtech, and Gaines the 5. Billups driving left, guarded by Caldwell, into Stormo at the free throw line. Carpenter with 5 to shoot. Step back, left corner, tough shot, no. And a fight for the rebound, and a loose ball foul will go against Jared Billups. That'll be his first. And the team's 5th as Colby Rogers back in for Carpenter. But the reason why, when talking about Andrew Playtech, he needed all those extra waivers. You know, a lot of players were given the blanket ability to transfer program to program without any penalty, without having a sit out like you had to in years past due to the COVID pandemic and other rules passed by the NCAA. But all the hubbub around Playtech was around an unsanctioned summer league game that he played in over the summer, that he dropped 50 points in a single game. So Playtech went through all the rigmaroles of the NCAA and back home. And Siena very grateful for that. Duhart driving right from the left wing and draws the foul. Layup was no good. But Billups picks up his second foul in a span of 30 seconds. And that'll be his second, team's 6th. And the next foul against Siena will put Army at the free throw line for 1-and-1s. But Aaron Duhart to the stripe with the Black Knights up by 6. 9:03 to go in the half. Duhart 5 of 5 from the line this season. And he calmly hits the first. We're talking with head coach Jimmy Allen pregame. This is a huge week for this first D class. For those not familiar with West Point lingo, that is the nickname given to what would be called seniors and non-academy institutions, as Duhart hits the second as well. DJ Small back in the ball game as Chris Mann sits down. But Thursday is branch night for the West Point seniors, and that is where the senior class finds out what branch of the military. They learned about all 17 branches during their tenure here. They pick their top 3 and then find out on Thursday which branch they will serve in when they graduate in May. Siena in the half court, 12 to shoot. Far corner, Rogers up top, Playtech, extra pass near side, McCullum. 3 ball, too strong. Back rim, no good. And Isaiah Caldwell the rebound. Army looking to run. They've got a game-high 8-point lead. Caldwell had it knocked away and out of bounds. Didn't touch Army. Stays Black Knight ball with 24 on the clock. And that obviously something to be on the mind of Josh and Duhart and all these seniors as Peterson off the feed from Caldwell. Left it short to the right. Siena in transition. Good ball movement. Still haven't put the ball on the deck. And Army comes up with the steal as Peterson takes it away on an errant feed. Caldwell over the head to Peterson for 2. Josh Caldwell, beautifully arced pass to the teammate Peterson. He's off to a strong offensive start. He's got 4. And the Black Knights have a 10-point lead, 23-13, 12 minutes in. Gaines, McCullum, along with Rogers, Stormo, and Playtech for Siena. Rogers, right wing. As Gaines knocks down the free throw. 23-16 Army, 7.5 to go in the first half. Josh Caldwell off to a strong start, has as many points today as he did on Saturday in the win against Marist. Now he finds Peterson down the lane, and as he went to switch hands, got walloped, and will go to the line for 2 free throws. That's going to be on Jackson Stormo, and if that is on Stormo, that's going to be his 3rd personal foul with 7:19 to go in this first half. And we talked a lot with Jimmy Allen pregame about how this is going to be the biggest test for Army's post players all season, outside, of course, of that matchup in Cameron Indoor against top-ranked Duke and Paulo Banchero, Mark Williams, and the like, as Peterson misses the first of 2 free throws. But he was particularly concerned about the presence Stormo would create down low. And Stormo with 3 fouls in less than 13 minutes. So kudos to Army's post players for forcing Stormo in foul trouble here early. Peterson gets the roll on the second. Army an 8-point lead, 24-16. 7:10 to go here in this first half. Checking in for the first time today, Jordan Kellier. Utah transfer for Siena. Hopkins, left wing play tech, looking for gains down low. Back along the perimeter, Rogers under 10 to shoot. Good job by Peterson hedging the screen. Over to Gaines near corner. Over inside the lane, Kellier, contact, fading away with the left hand. They play on, and Kellier gets the roll. And Siena within 6, 24-18. Under 7 left. Rucker, step back, straight on Jay, pure. Jalen Rucker carrying his walking bucket momentum from Saturday into Tuesday. And Army an 8-point edge again. 26-18, Jalen leading the Black Knights with 7. Kellier to play tech. Right elbow finds Hopkins, extra feed. Gaines in the corner for 3. Left rim short, and Kellier bangs into Small, fighting for the rebound. And who's the foul against? That is the million-dollar question. Is it on Kellier or Army? And it does appear to be on Army and TJ Small. So Small picks up his second, team's 5th. First man back in the game, Aaron Duhart as well. Army now with Dove, Man, both Caldwells and Rucker. Take a look back at that last play as Small was trying to get there for the rebound. Kellier got there first and sort of landed on top of Small. And that's where the foul came. Aiden Carpenter back in for Siena. As Nick Hopkins will sit down, so Gaines, Kellier, Rogers, Carpenter, and Billups the 5 for Siena. Catch and shoot Rogers off the inbound, no. Good box out by the Saints, but Army gets the rebound anyway. Duhart nearly lost it along the sideline, saves possession to Dove. Dove jump pass through the hands of Caldwell, out of bounds. It was a great pass, and the ball through the sweaty palms of Josh Caldwell. And Siena will get it back on Army's 5th turnover. Correction, their 4th of this first half. Carpenter looking to beat Army off the dribble atop the arc. Gets it into Kellier, right elbow. Makes the feed, Billups, far corner 3, knocks it down. Halftime report. Rucker, Duhart, Dove, Josh Caldwell, and Man, the 5 for Army out of the timeout. Caldwell against Gaines, spinning. Up top, Man, head fake. Driving, left side of the paint. Double team, finds Dove. Dove, one dribble, stops to the elbow, misses off glass. And Billups clears for Siena. Saints back the other way, trying to make it a 1-possession game. Gaines, Kellier, the lefty, corner 3, short. And Josh Caldwell, the rebound for Army. Black Knights on the break, leading by 5. Caldwell pulls up, foul line. Jay got it. Josh Caldwell, 4 of 6 from the field to start. And Army leads by 7. 28-21, 5 minutes left in the half. Carpenter around a screen from Gaines. Been quiet offensively to start. Had a career high on Sunday against Bucknell. Carpenter over to the right side. Rogers, 10 to shoot. 3 over Man. Got it! Colby Rogers with Man closing out in his grill. Hits another 3. He's got 6. Both of his field goals made triples. Lead down to 4. Duhart Right elbow, bounce pass out to the wing and Rucker. Rucker going left on Billups all the way to the rim. Lefty layup will not go, but Jalen will go to the line for two. As the foul will go on Anthony Gaines, his first and the team's eighth. So Jalen Rucker will go to the line with Army holding on to a 4-point advantage. Black Knights 4 of 6 from the line so far today. Jalen 3 of 5 from the line in the win against Marist on Saturday. And the Baltimore native hits the first. Peterson and Isaiah Caldwell back in. Duhart and Dove to the bench. Rucker now 10 of 18 from the line this season. Team's leading 3-point shooter and scorer for the first 6 games coming into play today. Second free throw is good. And Army's lead back to 6, 30-24. 4:20 left in the half. Carpenter takes as if he was going to hand it off. Goes right to the rim, lays it in with a right hand, but a foul before the shot. Aiden Carpenter, guess that groin's feeling better. Roll to the rim like he was shot out of a pistol. Got that back screen from Kellier. Faked as if he was going to hand it off to the other man in the wing. Went all the way to the rim like a blur. Carpenter will inbound, gets it to Gaines. Jumper may have been interfered with at the last second. Forced the air ball. Josh Caldwell using his speed in transition. Trapped in the paint. Out to his brother Isaiah. Finds Josh right wing. Now Jalen Rucker atop the arc. Under 4 to go here. First half. Small. Bounce pass. Try to get it to Caldwell running baseline. But Siena intercepts. Here comes the Saints in transition. Carpenter Euro step layup. No. And Peterson fumbled the rebound but got it back. Army and Siena have been close on the board so far today. Rucker, step back straight on 3, short off front iron. And Kellier saves it along the far sideline. First miss of the ball game for Jalen Rucker. Black Knights, 6-point lead. Carpenter, screen left from Kellier. Now he spins towards the basket. Righty layup is good. Jordan Kellier. He's got 4. That ties already a career high for him. And it's a 4-point game. Season, Thanksgiving last week, Christmas around the bend. Siena ball out of the timeout, down by 4. They've led or trailed by as many as 10 in this first half. Rogers over to Carpenter, right elbow. Johnson with it, back in the ball game. Trying to find Billups off. And then he tried to dribble behind his back. Got it off his foot. Josh Caldwell lead pass to Isaiah. And the ball tipped out of bounds. It will stay with the Black Knights, 27 to shoot. Army been held scoreless for almost 2 minutes now. Still looking for their first made three-pointer of the night. Nice feed to Caldwell. Split 2 defenders with a bounce and lays it in. Caldwell with 8 of Army's 32. And the Cadets, the 6-point lead, 32-26, 2:20 left in the half. Carpenter, right side wing Billups. Fakes right, goes left. Bounce pass to Gaines, far elbow. Working on Small, spinning, 3 defenders around him. Turnaround shot, no. And Josh Caldwell, another rebound for Army. Outlet ahead, Small steps in, left wing 3, around and out. Gaines with the rebound for Siena. Johnson left in the lane, stops, tries to get it underneath to Gaines. Contact, no whistle. Got his own rebound from the miss. Second try, no. Another offensive rebound. This time is good from Jared Billups. Second and third chance opportunities for Siena. And the lead down to 4. 32-28, 90 seconds left in half. Peterson. Now Rucker. Going right on Billups. Pass out deflected, but taken by Isaiah Caldwell. Stops in the lane. Josh left wing, 10 to shoot. Small. Right side Caldwell into the post. Charlie Peterson. Peterson, 5 on the clock, going left, misses. Johnson ends up tipping the rebound to Isaiah Caldwell. Righty floater, no. Charlie Peterson, another offensive rebound. His pass deflected, but caught by Josh Caldwell. So Siena was able to score on their third try. We'll see if Army can do so on the following possession. 7 to shoot, under a minute to go in the half, and Siena calling for the foul. 18 feet away from the basket, and the large contingent of Siena fans that have made their way down from Albany unhappy with the ruling. But that foul, the 9th team foul, the first on Colby Rogers. And so Army will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Next one would put Army at the line for 2. Peterson, 1 of 2 from the line tonight, 5 points, 3 rebounds. In and out on the first, rebound by Playtech. 50 seconds left in the half. Gaines, maybe a 2-for-1 look, nearly traveled, finds Playtech. Driving from the left wing, trapped, finds Kellier to the rim, laid it up off the front of the rim. And the rebound for Small. About a 7-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Army's going to run as much clock as they can here. Rucker, the Caldwells, Peterson and Small, the 5. Isaiah Caldwell to Josh atop the arc, 10 on the shot clock. Guarded by Gaines. Driving right, and a reach-in foul on Gaines is going to put Caldwell at the line for 2. Gaines, one of the 4 captains for Siena, not happy. Mazzarello giving one of the officials an earful along the far side. But Josh Caldwell will get 2 free throws as the second foul is picked up by Anthony Gaines. 14 seconds left in the half. Army a 4-point lead. Caldwell 9 of 17 from the line this year. And he knocks down the first. Aaron Duhart, Chris Mann in. Peterson and Small to the bench. Caldwell leading all scorers in this first half with 11. 29th career double-digit scoring game. Second free throw off front rim, side iron, no. Rebound for Kellier in Siena. They'll have the final shot of the half, trailing by 5. 5 seconds. Carpenter kicks it out. Rogers has to go way back to get it. Rogers straight on 3 at the buzzer. Back. Siena with Hopkins. Kellier getting the start to the second half, along with Playtech, Gaines, and Rogers. Kellier had a good first half. Finds his man in the corner. Extra feed up top. Hopkins for 3. In and out. And Charlie Peterson clears for Army to start the second half. See Caldwell and Rucker, 19 combined points. More impressively on 8 of 12 combined shooting. That layup, no, and an over-the-back call on Charlie Peterson. That'll be the first on Army in the second half. And the second on the West Point sophomore. That was a good take to the rim. Army couldn't finish. And then a little over-aggressive trying to work for the offensive rebound. Colby Rogers leading Siena in the first half with 6 points on a couple of triples. Far post backing down. It is Gaines out to Kellier for 3. Too much. Josh Caldwell, another rebound for Army. Rucker, far side wing. Gets it down low, Peterson. Minute gone by here in the second half. Peterson knocked away from behind by Kellier. Taken by Rogers. It's a 3-on-2 for Siena if they hurry. But Army does a good job preventing that in transition. Gaines. Now Playtech goes baseline on Rucker where he's bumped. That'll be the second foul on Army in the first 70 seconds of the half. Rucker's second. And Siena will maintain possession. Saints been scoreless for almost 3 full minutes, dating back to the first half. Haven't had a field goal since the 1:40 mark in that period as Playtech catch and shoot. Left elbow, drills it. Andrew Playtech made all 3 of his shots this evening. And the lead down to 3, 33-30. Siena has the first points of the second half. Duhart, jab step, right wing 3, good. Aaron Duhart's first field goal of the ball game. And the Black Knights up by 6, 36-30. Minute and a half gone by in the half. Rogers to the basket and the foul. Rogers went left from the right wing, cut down the teeth of the lane, and then got the righty layup to go, plus the harm. And he'll go to the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Foul will go on TJ Small, his third, already 3 personals on Army in this second half. As Rogers hits the free throw, now 7 of 8 from the line this year. He's got 9. And the lead back to 3, 36-33. Rucker going left on Hopkins, blocked from behind. Great play by Nick Hopkins, trailing after Rucker got around him. And it will stay with Army, 23 to shoot. Second block of the night for Siena. Peterson tries to get the handoff to Rucker. Finally makes it cleanly. Rucker atop the arc, finds Peterson, far elbow. Looking for off-ball movement, gets it back to Rucker. 8 to shoot. And then a foul on the drive against Siena. Will be on Nick Hopkins, his first. One of the 4 captains, transfer out of Belmont University in Nashville. As Army off the inbounds turns it over. Playtech over to Gaines, right side of the lane, and then his pass out to Rogers, almost taken away by TJ Small. And it'll remain with Siena, 25 on the clock, as Army commits their 8th turnover of the afternoon. It'll be Rogers to inbound, finds Gaines. Gaines, a bit of a size and weight advantage against Small. Rogers fakes the pass, takes the 3, right wing, no. And the long rebound at Josh Caldwell and Army. Black Knights by 3. Here about 2.5 into the second half. Rucker right side of the lane, off 1 foot, fading away. Jalen Rucker, the second Army player in double figures. And the Black Knights up 5 again, 38-33. Hopkins feeds it left side, pulling up Rogers along the left corner is good. Colby Rogers beginning to percolate. He's in double figures with 11. And once again, it's back to 3, 38-35. Rucker, left side wing, gets it over to Duhart. Duhart driving right, stripped by Hopkins, but he's called for the reach. Got a little bit too much of the hand, and the process of trying to knock that one away. Almost another great steal by Siena, but instead, Hopkins picks up his second, and the team's second of the half. Rucker getting it into Peterson. Peterson going left, able to switch hands midair, still batted around. Small lost it on the way up and then out of bounds. They say last touch by Army, and now one of the officials coming over, and I think they're going to change this ruling on the floor, and indeed they will. And Siena trying to hide the grins on their faces. Josh Caldwell with an audible pucker of the lips once he saw that call, but the other official came right over, talked it over with the man who made the call, and got the correction to go the right way. Army, dangerous pass into the backcourt taken by Rucker. Good teamwork by the officials on that last possession. Peterson trying to get it to Rucker on a handoff. Good denial by Hopkins. Duhart, 5 to shoot, left wing. Throws it over to Mann. Mann going baseline reverse layup, and he's fouled with 2 seconds on the shot clock. A silly foul from Siena as they foul Mann directly underneath the basket. Would have been a tough play, but he will go to the line and shoot 2. As the second personal called on Colby Rogers. So Chris Mann to the line. 1 of 2 from the stripe tonight. And the junior hits the first. A couple of Army women's players in the building checking out their counterparts. Way high at top beyond the Army bench. The entire Army team on the men's side was here on Friday. Or actually rather on Wednesday when Army took on Air Force before Thanksgiving. Mann can't hit the second. And Siena the rebound, back the other way. Down by 4. Rogers. Hopkins guarded atop the arc by Isaiah Caldwell. Rogers back to Hopkins, nearly lost it. Cross-court pass, Playtech for 3 in front of his own bench. No, Kellier tries to, and Josh Caldwell. 4 minutes gone by in the second half. Hopkins lost the dribble, got it back. Caldwell in his grill. Left wing, Playtech. Gaines, far corner. Gaines puts up a 3-ball over Mann, no. And Josh Caldwell, yet another defensive rebound for Army. Rucker, Isaiah Caldwell finds his brother Josh. Caldwell to Caldwell, this time short on the 3. And the rebound for Hopkins. Here comes Siena on the break. Touch pass to Rogers. Got his defender off his feet. Pulls up. Right wing, no. Offensive rebound. Hopkins shovels it to Stormo. Got two defenders up and then lays it in over Dove. First field goal for Jackson Stormo. And the lead down to 2, 39-37. Caldwell to the basket. Shot blocked. And the rebound for Siena. Saints with a chance to tie or take the lead. Gaines. Over to play tech, weak wing. Going left on Rucker. Step back, draws contact, and the shot goes off the side of the backboard. Actually behind it. But Playtech will go to the line for an opportunity to tie the game. Siena's defense much improved along the perimeter here to start the second half. Tied at 39, man lost it on the floor. Dove thought about calling timeout and finally rolls it out to man, nearly a 3-second call. 3 to shoot. Caldwell fires as the shot clock expires. Front rim and Stormo the rebound. Siena a chance to take their first lead since the first 6 minutes of this ball game. Playtech. Near side Hopkins. Playtech right wing. Hesitation guarded by Caldwell. Bounce pass down low. Stormo try to softly get it back to Playtech. And now his pass back to Stormo stolen. Josh Caldwell bumped in the front court. And that'll be a foul on Colby Rogers. And that's going to be his third. Team's fourth in the second half. Michael Bear back in the ball game for the Saints. You see just a little bit the bump there from Rogers. Not a whole lot of contact there. Rogers and Gaines to sit for Siena. Caldwell going left, step back over Aiden Carpenter, banks it in. Josh Caldwell. A friendly bounce off the window. And Army back up 2. Caldwell with 13 to lead the way. Stormo, left wing Bear. Aiden Carpenter. First game back for him after missing the last 3. Near side 3 ball, around and through. Nick Hopkins from downtown. And Siena regains the lead for the first time since it was 10-8. 42-41, 13:40 left in the half. Duhart underneath, man, far corner 3 for an answer. He's got it. Chris Mann's first 3 of the season. He's got 5, and Army back up 2, 44-42. 13.5 to play in the second. Playtech. It's Caldwell on his hip. Stops left wing. Over to Hopkins. Playtech with it again. Man guarding him. 10 to shoot. Playtech driving right. And a foul on the drive to the rim. It'll be on Chris Mann. That's his first, team's 5th, and a much more frequent whistle in this second half so far. Jared Billups, the cousin of future Basketball Hall of Famer Chauncey Billups. They've never met, but does wear his cousin Chauncey's number 1. And an impressive defender, much like his family member. Right side of the lane, Hopkins gets the friendly roll. Off one leg, fading away. Got it to spin around and drop. He's got 8. And we're tied again at 44. Peterson going left, spins back right, right-handed hook shot. Hung on the front of the rim and wouldn't go. Siena another opportunity to regain the lead. Carpenter kept it away from Caldwell. Finds Hopkins straight on 3. Got another. Hopkins hasn't won here at West Point since December of 1982. It was a 65-49 win here. Crystal Arena did not exist yet. They won that game at the old USMA Fieldhouse. Army out of the timeout, down 3. Rucker down low. Peterson left side of the post. Backing down Stormo. Good denial to the right. Still forces up a shot. Caldwell deflects it to Small. 3 on the clock. They got to hurry. Rucker from about 30 in the logo. Back rim, no good, and out of bounds. It'll be Siena basketball. I thought at the hand there from Rucker, that one might go. So Siena will get it back, as they have performed well to start this second half, outscoring Army 19-11. They're making 7 of their 13 field goal attempts. Billups, Hopkins, Carpenter, Gaines, and Stormo. The 5-4 Massarello Saints. Going baseline, Gaines, spinning right on Small, left it short. Billups, what a leap to get that rebound. Hopkins, same spot, straight on 3, no. And Billups again, the hustle for the rebound. Carpenter tries saving it and could not do so, to a teammate at least. Got it to Peterson. Now to Jalen Rucker. High pass to Cole. He hits both. Siena, a 5-point lead, led by as many as 6 in the early going. 9 minutes into the second half. Caldwell, Rucker, Peterson, along with Small and Isaiah Caldwell. Right elbow, Jay Rucker short. And another rebound for Carpenter. All the momentum on the side of the green and gold at the moment. Carpenter against Isaiah Caldwell. Lefty layup off glass and in. Aiden Carpenter, his first field goal since his return. And the lead now to 7, a game high for the Saints. Caldwell over to his brother Josh. Working against Gaines. Hop step, fading away, right post, no. Another one and done possession as Hopkins pushes back the other way. Little behind Carpenter on that feed. Gaines, back out Carpenter, weak side wing. Nearly a double dribble, and I thought there might have been one, no call. Carpenter driving right in the lane, off glass, and Times Union Center, where Siena plays a majority of their home games. As Caldwell falls down, there was a little push. Again, no whistle. But Army keeps possession alive thanks to some good diligence by Caldwell and Duhart. Duhart, guarded by Carpenter. Tough handoff back to Rucker. 12 to shoot. Rucker bounce past Caldwell down low and tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Siena stays with Army. The Black Knights may have caught a break there. So it'll stay Siena ball, or rather Army ball, excuse me. With 10 on the shot clock. Army been held scoreless almost 3 minutes now. Caldwell left wing, way off. Got the backboard, nothing else. And the rebound to Kellier and Siena. And the Saints will slow things down. 11-0 run over the last 3 minutes and 46 seconds. Army 0 for their last 3 from the field in that span. Billups, left wing down low. Rogers in the post over Josh Caldwell, finishes. From about 5 feet, Colby Rogers off to a great start in the second half. He's already got 7 of his 13 in the first 10 minutes of play. And the lead up to 11, a game high for either side as Caldwell drives from the far wing, got to the basket. Lefty layup is blocked. Billups in transition. Double clutch, couldn't get the layup. Siena wanted a foul. Rucker ahead to Chris Mann. Extra feed, extra pass to Duhart. Now Rucker, good closeout. Carpenter pulls up, double clutch, and still able to bank it home. Great play by Jalen Rucker, having to adjust midair thanks to some excellent swarming D from Siena's perimeter players. Lead back down to 9. That was Army's first field goal in quite some time, almost 5 minutes of action. Gaines, guarded by Mann. Carpenter with 10 to shoot. Right side, Kellier. Army trailing 55-46. Hop step. Peterson jarred it loose. Kellier got it back. Lefty floater with the shot clock winding down and tipped out of bounds by Rucker. And it'll stay with Siena with 20 to shoot. Shot clock reset. Stormo back in. Kellier will sit down. Hopkins in for Carpenter. Josh Caldwell will sit as Quabena Davis re-enters for the Black Knights. 55-46, Siena in charge. Army led by 5 at the half. Rogers off the feed, right wing 3, catch and shoot, you bet. Colby Rogers. The rim right now looks like the size of a beach ball, and the lead up to a dozen. Rogers leading all scorers with 16 tonight. Rucker open off a screen, right wing 3 ball, can't answer. Quabena Davis nearly kept it alive, but Siena on the break. Gaines at the free throw line, curls it back out by the left side. Back over to Rogers. Siena on a 16-2 run over 6 minutes of play. Hopkins, Rogers, left wing 3 ball, got it to go. This time it was Anthony Gaines. his first triple of the day. He's only 2 of 9 from the field. Army looking for a right wing answer by Davis. That one's short. And Army might be trying to do too much right now on their offensive possessions. Quick looks, one and dones. Phillips able to save it off the errant feed from Stormo. Rogers pull up from the elbow. No good. Duhart the rebound. Army down 15, 61-46. 7 minutes left in the second half. Black Knights need to catch fire and quickly. Peterson backing down. Knocked away from behind by Stormo. It's a 3-on-2. Stormo over to Hopkins. Rogers wide open spaces. Right wing 3. No. Phillips. The rebound into the 1-and-1 is good. Siena out shooting Army 12 of 23 from the floor. 52% in this second half. Army is just 5 of 20. That's 25%, and that is what has led to the 20-point swing. Make that 21 make that 22, excuse me. Siena's lead is now 17. Army led by 5 at the half. They've outscored them 35-13 in the second half. Army's missed 7 of their last 8 shots. Rucker looking to beat Siena off the dribble from the right wing. And a contested shot no good with the right hand. Army has not done a good job moving the ball offensively tonight. Just 4 assists on 18 made field goals, and that's something that Jimmy Allen not going to be pleased with, especially when you consider the ball movement throughout the course of the year. As a whistle against Army away from the ball, it's on Jalen Rucker. And after a good first half, it has become a Murphy's Law kind of second half for the Black Knights. Everything that could go wrong seemingly has gone wrong. And heading to the line for a 1-and-1 is Colby Rogers, who hits the first. Siena 10 of 11 as a team from the line tonight. Rogers 6 of 7 from the stripe coming into play today. A Cal Poly transfer. Actually played against Siena as a freshman and helped beat him. And Carmen Massarello remembered that when Rogers entered the transfer portal this offseason. He was one of the first men to reach him. Lead up to 19. Rucker driving left wing and gets all the way to the rack with a right hand. Rucker with 14 ends the Siena run. Lead back down 17, 65-48. 5:50 remaining. Rogers up top. Hopkins, Isaiah Caldwell on him. Matt Dove also in the game as that pass almost goes into the basket. Hit off the right side of the rim. Army on the break. Caldwell, hesitation, drive, and draws the foul as he's bumped on the way up. Foul on Nick Hopkins, his third. And the team's 5th in this second half. So Josh Caldwell to the line. Just the 3rd and 4th free throw attempts for Army in the second half. Caldwell, 13 points, 7 rebounds tonight. And he can't get the roll on the first of 2. Charlie Peterson back in for Matt Dove. Caldwell, 1 of 2 from the line this evening. Big week for him. He, along with Aaron Duhart, among others, will find out where they will branch in the U.S. Army upon their graduation this summer. As Jared Billups gets a standing ovation from the Siena fans that made their way down. Andrew Platek back in the ball game. Army full court pressure defense as the second free throw was good by Caldwell. 65-49. Army trailing. 5.5 to go. Gaines, Stormo, left wing Platek. Guarded by Rucker. Rogers, round to screen right from Stormo. Far side, Gaines got the pass over Caldwell's hand, and Gaines left it short off the side iron. Rucker back the other way. Leaves it behind Isaiah Caldwell. Straight on 3 for the freshman. Got it. Beautiful feed from Jalen Rucker to Isaiah Caldwell. Isaiah's first points of the night. Lead down to 13, 65-52 with under 5 to go. Army looking to continue stringing together stops. Rogers, Platek, spinning on Rucker, left side of the lane, off 1 foot, no. Rebound to Duhart. Army can make it a 10-point game with a 3 ball. Rucker's going to take it straight on 3, off the back rim, no. Fight for the loose ball. Peterson, the rebound, no. Got it back. He's got 4 men around him. Put it on the floor, and then he's fouled there. Charlie Peterson had the green wave around them. And Tulane still in New Orleans. Outstanding work by Peterson against the swarm of green. He'll go, not quite an opportunity at the line yet. Next one will put Army at the stripe for a 1-and-1, just a sixth personal, or a 16th foul against Siena, fourth personal on Jackson Stormo, who has given them some good minutes since returning to the lineup to the first couple minutes of the second half. Rucker off the feet on the inbound, missed the lefty layup, but out of nowhere, Duhart comes up for the swipe, gets it to Caldwell and one. And he'll have a chance to make it a 10-point game at the line. Chaos resulting in points for Army. Looked like the Black Knights missed a golden chance on a layup, but Aaron Duhart, the senior co-captain, would not be stopped, found his fellow senior co-captain, and now Josh to the line. Chance for one, and he got it. It's a 10-point game. So Siena led by 19 as few as 2 minutes ago. And Army in a blink, a 9-0 run to pull themselves within 10. And then Caldwell, a reach-in foul. The Army fans not happy, but we got a good view of it. And with the way the officials have called this second half, not totally surprised they made that call. Caldwell grazed the body reaching in there on Gaines. And that was all it took for the referees to blow the horn. So Gaines to the line. Had a slow start offensively. Only 6 points tonight on 2 of 10 shooting. It's made some big plays. 1 of 1 from the line tonight. And the front end of the 1-and-1 is good. Siena has made their free throw attempts count. 12 of 13 from the stripe tonight. Despite entering play today, 9th out of 11 teams in the MAC in free throw percentage. Just a hair under 70% as a team coming into play today. Gaines was their best at the line, though, at nearly 85%, and he hits both. Lead back to a dozen, 67-55, 4:10 remaining. Rucker, screen right from Peterson. Mistimed pass with Caldwell. He and Gaines fighting for it. And who touched it last? What's the call? And I'm not sure. It looks like it's going to be Siena basketball out of bounds on Army. It was tough to tell whether they were trying to call a timeout, ruled it a foul, or the exact call that was made, which was out of bounds. Ben Wilkins and Dave Belfield, two of Army's lead assistants, maybe trying to convince the officials to see it another way. Quibena Davis back in the game as Duhart will sit. Siena forcing another Army turnover. That is their 13th of this ball game. Right around their season average. Playtech crosses the timeline. Rucker following him everywhere. Carpenter at the center court logo. Under 4 minutes remaining. Siena up by 12, 67-55. Carpenter going to beat a couple men off the dribble. Gets it over to Gaines. Right elbow, working on Caldwell, spinning left, stopped, goes to his right hand and got the roll. Anthony Gaines would not be denied. The native of Kingston, New York, not too far away from where we are right now. And the Saints up by 2 tutties, 69-55. Pull up Jay, free throw line, Caldwell, no. Peterson on the offensive glass, lays freshman year last year with a bout with COVID and Achilles and hamstring issues. When he has been on the floor, Siena has loved his production as he makes both free throws. 14-point game. Duhart off the handoff from Peterson. No good on the right wing. 3 gains the rebound. Army just 3 of 13 from distance tonight, while Siena is 8 of 21. Had a huge difference and why the score is what it is. 14-point lead, Siena ball, 2.5 to play. Carpenter crossover to the rack, unabated for 2. Aiden Carpenter, long outlet pass for Army back the other way, and Isaiah Caldwell on the righty layup draws the foul. But a whistle, and it is indeed a foul against Siena. Jimmy Allen's shouting threw me off. I thought for a second he was perplexed at a potential maybe call against Army. But it'll be Isaiah Caldwell at the line as the fourth foul charged against Colby Rogers. And Isaiah hits the first. Caldwell, 4 points tonight. 4 rebounds. Quabena Davis will check back in. And they're waiting for him to come in, but I think the message finally relayed that he'll come in for the shooter should the free throw go. So Caldwell will get another one. 4 or 5 from the line in his career coming into tonight as he hits both there. And now Quabena Davis will enter. Army back down 14. 73-59 with 150 seconds left. Gaines running the end line. Rogers back to Gaines. Backcourt pressure from Army. Rogers ahead of the pack to Carpenter. Gets it across the timeline. Duhart, Caldwell double team. Taken by Gaines just inside a half court. 15 seconds to shoot. Siena still by the midcourt line. Going right is Gaines, and then Davis called for the blocking foul. And the more frequent whistle in this second half has played to the Saints' advantage. Outshooting Army at the line 13-8 in this second half. So Gaines back to the line, eyes closed to calm himself down and get himself calibrated before the shot. Although the Army fans are going to try their best to throw him off, and Gaines gives him a little shout out with a point as he makes the free throw anyway. Senior was a 2-time captain in the Big Ten at Northwestern before transferring, and was named a captain in his first year here at Siena as he hits both and lets out a little yell of emotion as he didn't let the hometown crowd throw him off. Caldwell pulling up left side, elbow, no. Offensive rebound again amongst other students, teachers, and others on campus, not just members of the basketball team. As Siena looking at inbounds out of the timeout, tipped by Caldwell. Duhart's right-handed runner blocked. Isaiah Caldwell got it back. Rucker down the lane, and he's fouled by Rogers. Great defense by Army. Will put them back at the line with the clock stopped at 1:51. And that will be the 5th and final foul on Colby Rogers tonight. Rogers, a strong performance, had 12 of his 18 in the second half. Hit some huge three-pointers in the second half, and he is as big a reason as any for why Siena has a 15-point lead. Rucker with 15 for Army tonight, and his first of 2 is good. But some of the other things that Gaines had was supporting Siena's other teams, asking those teams to show support at men's basketball games and how to carry yourself in practice, including having your jerseys tucked in during practice. And you read through that list, and Gaines, I feel like, would have fit in really well here at West Point. That kind of leadership, that kind of accountability of one another, the exact kind of ideals and mantra you see from Jimmy Allen and his players all the time. Love to see that. Although for Army, it's led to bad things tonight as nearly a turnover, and Army does get the turnover after Rucker made both free throws. Caldwell puts it, and that might be the final dagger. A 13-point lead with 1:30 to go. Great play by Siena out of the timeout. Caldwell just beyond the semicircle, no. Rebound for Gaines, swarmed in the backcourt. 3 defenders around him. Again, a two-handed pass ahead of Carpenter, and he'll lay it in with the right hand, and now it's the 15. Siena, a couple of great plays to break Army's press to create some significant cushion once again. And with 1 minute to go, Siena called for the reach-in. And Army will get 2 free throws as they are over the 10-foul threshold. So Army will get a couple free throws here with 63 seconds left. Aaron Duhart to the line, 5 points tonight. He was just 0 of 7 from the field in his previous 2 games as he can't get the first of 2 to go. He was 2 of 2 from the line tonight prior to that shot. Duhart out of Richmond, Virginia. Knocks down the second. 79-65, 1 minute to go. Kellier will inbound. Gets it in to Carpenter along the near side. Kellier Over to the far side of the floor, Gaines, and a foul with the body on Duhart with 57.9 remaining. And Siena will head back to the line. That foul on Duhart, his second. Siena, as we mentioned, will start up their conference schedule this weekend, taking on Manhattan at 7 o'clock on December the 3rd. That is Saturday, as Gaines misses the first. And they'll take on St. Peter's on the road before returning to non-league play. They'll wrap up their non-conference schedule. Siena will, with 2 more road games against Patriot League opponents, as Gaines hits that free throw. Back to 15, 80-65 with 57.9 left. They'll take on Holy Cross and American to close out the month of December. As for Army, they will head to the Northwest in Colorado Springs, for a Silver Star showdown against Air Force over the weekend. That'll be on Sunday at 4 o'clock Eastern time, as Army turns it over. Too much dribbling in the backcourt, or in the front court, 42 seconds left. Carpenter gets it across the timeline, and the Siena fans that made the trip down from Albany rise as one to show their support, as the Saints on the verge of their first road victory of the season. Shot clock down to 5 seconds. We'll see if Siena puts up a shot. Gaines does, and hits the three to end it. Anthony Gaines, a deep three. He's got 16, so much of that in the second half. The lead to 18. Caldwell's layup is good with the left with 9.8 to go. And that will bring us to our final score here tonight. The Siena Saints down by 10 in the first half, lead by as many as 19 in the second.